Okay, guys, it's time to start. Thank you for coming on time and welcome back. Good evening. How are you today, Marcela, Juan, and Diana?
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. How are you today?
I'm good, teacher. Thank you for asking.
Okay, that's nice. What about you, Juan? How are you today? How are you, Diana?
Hello, good evening. I'm doing great.
Okay,
Thanks.
excellent. Well, you're
Yeah,
welcome. Thank you for answering.
thank you.
And what about you, Javier? How are you today?
Hello, good evening, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, thank you for coming to our class, everybody. Well, as I said before, welcome back from holidays. As you know, we were relaxing. I think we were relaxing during 1 week. But I want to ask you, what did you do? Let's start with Javier. Javier, what did you do during holidays?
Okay, well, first, I only rested 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Um, I went with my family to Lake Apollo Lake, and also I went to the cinema to see Oppenheimer. Uh, that movie is very interesting. It's about science and physics, and I liked it.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, it sounds, well, actually, when you talk about the movie, it sounds interesting. I haven't watched it, but maybe I will go and watch that movie because it sounds really good. And well, I'm
Yeah.
happy you relaxed at least 3 days, but you also have had fun with your family, Javier. That's something really good.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, very good. What about you, Marcela? What did you do?
In my case, teacher, um, I went to um, um, friends friend's birthday on Thursday. We went to a I don't remember the place. um, we ate pizza in Horno di Faf, El Horno di Faf, and Friday I went where my grandma in Sultan with my family, and I returned my house Saturday, and that's it.
Okay, you did a lot of activities, Marcela. That's something really good. Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing. What about you? Let's see. Is Juan there? Are you there, Juan? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry,
Sorry,
Juan.
but I was taking a shower.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry. It's pretty nice. Yeah, because it's hot. Okay. Tell me,
Yes.
Juan, what did you do during holidays?
Not much.
Oh,
Uh,
I remembered you don't.
I was no. Well, I didn't go any any place.
So you
I
stayed
didn't
at
go.
home.
Yes, just uh just in home. Well, and enjoyed a lot with my baby and my wife. Um, well, this, I did nothing special.
Oh, nothing. Anything special during those days?
Not anything. No,
Okay. Well.
not really.
Okay, but I'm happy that you enjoyed, well, you spent time with your family. Actually, that's something really, really important. So, well, that's something good. Thank you for sharing about that one. Okay, Guys, I would like to continue listening to your holidays, but we have to start with our activities for today because it's kind of long. I consider that it's a little bit long today's class. So we will try to take advantage of time. And well, Diana, Madeline, Javier, Omar, Marcela, Juan, thank you for coming on time. And also thank you for continue doing your best, okay? In this opportunity, guys, we will start this class with a question. I have a question, guys, but before, well, I have many questions. But the first one, guys, it's, give me a second. Let me share my screen. Now you can see it. My first question for you guys is, who are they? What are their names? Who can tell me?
First, Adolf Hitler,
Very good. The first one is
then
Adolf Hitler.
then Oprah Winfrey,
Okay, nice. The second, well, the girl, because it's the only girl in here in this picture. It's Oprah. Who is the third guy? Who is the man in the third picture?
I know it, but I forgot the name.
Ah, come on.
Yes, I forgot.
I
Sorry.
think it's Martin Luther.
Excellent. That man is Martin
Hey,
Luther
come on.
King. Okay, he is Martin
Yeah.
Luther King. Okay, well, if we talk about Martin Luther King and Adolf Hitler, you know, they are, well, they already passed away many years ago, I consider. But, well, Oprah Winfrey, she's still, I think she's still alive. Well, actually, she's still alive, but I don't know if she still has her program on TV. But I want to ask you guys, my next question for you is, what do they, the three of them, what do they have in common? What do you think they have in common?
All of them are celebrities,
Okay, good. All of them are
and
celebrities?
and well, they gave a message and a part of our story. Example.
Okay, very good, Juan. Those are great details we have to take into account. They are celebrities, of course, they are famous, you know, well, they are famous because of good and bad things, but they are famous, okay? And they gave a message in history, okay? That's another good thing. Now, what else do they have in common? Let's see. Madeline, what do they have in common? What do you think?
Um, well, actually, my first thought is that they don't have anything in common.
Okay, you think that they don't have anything in common?
Just two of them have something in common, but not Adolf Hitler.
Oh, Adolf Hitler. Actually, Adolf Hitler. Well, we all of the people think that he's a bad, he left a bad example in history.
Maybe not bad, but wrong.
Okay.
About society.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But the other two are people that work for the community, work for the people. They try to make an impact on the people.
Okay, that's something good. Well, you mentioned something really, really important, and it's that they cause an impact. But now, how did they cause that impact? Actually, Adolf Hitler also cause an impact. As we mentioned, it was not positive as
Yeah.
Oprah and Martin Luther King, right? But he left, or he caused an impact. The three of them caused an impact. Omar, what else do they have? Thank you, Marilyn. Omar, what else do they have in common? What do you think?
Yeah, good evening, teacher. Can you
Good
hear
evening.
me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yeah, maybe I share the opinion of Marilyn. They tried, they tried, made of maybe something movement about people.
Okay.
Maybe I think that teacher.
Well, that's another good point. They tried to make a change in society. As we
Yeah,
said, maybe some of them tried to make a good change, or an important change in society. Some of them, or in this case, Adolf Hitler, he didn't do something positive in society, or at least nowadays we don't see it like that. And by that time, because of his decisions, it wasn't good at all, right? But something that we can take into account, or that they have in common, is that they were great speakers. The three of them were great speakers. Adolf Hitler was really good when he spoke in public. Okay, when he was in front of a lot of people, he was really good at speaking, and he was able to persuade people. That's why a lot of people followed him when he started making a lot of changes. It's the same case with Oprah. Oprah, she inspires a lot of people, mostly women, because she's a woman. So she tried to inspire women, and when she said her story, she tried. Well, that was her point. That was her objective, to empower girls, or empower women, and also to make a change in society. And also, Martin Luther King was another person who struggled a lot when racism was the main problem. We could say the main problem in the USA. So he was a great speaker. He always defended his his goals, or what he wanted to see in society, but at the end he died because of the same um, impact he wanted to cause. But at the end, guys, the characteristic they have in common, they have a lot of things in common, right? But the most important that I want to focus on in this class is that they were great speakers. In this opportunity, guys, that's our today's topic: to be, or to start practicing how to be great speakers, or how to make good presentations. In this opportunity, guys, since we are studying Unit 2, I will ask you guys to complete all the activities on the platform during these 2 weeks. This week and the next week, everybody, we have to finish with Unit 2. Just please, everybody, try to work together with me according to the classes we have. Then everybody complete the activities on the platform. In this opportunity, it will be kind of easy because we will just practice, or we will just study how to start a good presentation. That's the first thing, everybody. How to start a good presentation. Well, everybody, we have to start with this, and I want you to remember some important things we have to do, or some parts of a good presentation. This is, everybody, how to start. Remember, right now we will just mention how to start your presentation. Let me tell you guys in advance, okay, that we will have a presentation at the end of this level. We won't have speaking practices, or maybe one speaking practice in this unit, everybody. After that, we will just have our final exam or our final practice, right? And let me tell you guys that our final oral practice will be a presentation. You have to create a presentation, everybody, and follow these steps to create your presentation. Well, to start with this, let's read together what are the parts of a good presentation. Can you help me reading this part, Diana?
Okay, yes. Part of a good presentation, that is the number one, reading, and number two, name and position, and number three, title or subject, and number four, objective, and the five main parts of line.
Very good. Okay, everybody, as you see, it sounds kind of easy because this is just how to start your presentation. Remember that this level is English or business English, right? So these kind of presentations, guys, that we have or we are going to create, or these steps we have to take into account for your presentation, are based on presenting at work. You don't know, everybody, the position you will be able to work. Remember that learning English, or our purpose of learning English, is not just to work in a call center. It's a possibility, right? Working in a call center, it's a possibility, but it's not our final purpose, right? So guys, there are some other positions in which you have to use your English. If you are studying at university, or if you have experience in another area, guys, you are able to present, you are able to create your presentation and to talk about a specific topic. I will invite you guys, before we continue, I will invite you to, in at least in these 2 units, in these 2 weeks that we will be talking about presentations, go to YouTube or look on the internet for Tech Talk, okay? And you will see different people talking about experiences, talking about their lives, talking about things they have learned because of struggles they have had. So try to watch some videos about Tech Talks, everybody, and you will see that they have a great ability at the moment of speaking in public. Now, guys, that's our purpose, that you can speak in front of a lot of people in English, and that you do a great presentation. Not a good one, a great presentation. That's why, everybody, we will follow these steps to create our presentation. First of all, guys, as you know, let's go with our greetings. Javier, what are the greetings? Can you read the examples?
Sure, and greetings. Okay, hello or hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Excellent. Thank you, Javier. As you see, this is the most difficult part, okay? This is the most difficult. No, it's not the most difficult, guys. But this is something that sometimes when we present or when we have oral evaluations, we forget. Why, everybody? I don't know. But sometimes we go straight to the point, or we go straight to the title, to the topic we are going to present. I remember, guys, in some evaluations or some speaking practices we had, when we present, we forget to say, we forget the greeting. we sometimes forget saying hi or hello or good evening. But when you have formal presentations, everybody, this is something you have to remember doing, okay? You have to use a greeting. It could be something short, or it depends on you guys if you want to do it longer. But the most important thing, guys, is to use a greeting. As you remember, guys, hi, well, hello and hi, they have the same meaning. The difference, everybody, is that hi, it's a little bit informal, okay? It's common that we use it in English. Hello, it's also possible, but hi is more informal. Hi shows that we feel more confident with the person or people we are talking to, okay? So it depends on you if you want to use hello or hi, but remember, hi sounds more confident when you speak to a lot of people. Then good morning, good afternoon, evening, you know, guys, it depends on the time you are doing your presentation. Well, you are making your presentation, and welcome, okay? In this part, guys, when we say welcome, it could be to an event, to a meeting, or to your company, to the company you work for. For example, you can say, welcome. Well, something that your teachers sometimes say is, welcome to our class, okay? Welcome to our class, everybody. As you see, we can use another expression, or we can use more words. We can use a complement, guys, apart from just saying welcome. Welcome, it's okay, but we can use something different. For example, welcome to our class. Welcome to the meeting. Welcome to this special event. Or, as I said before, we can mention the name of our company. Welcome to Speak Academy. Okay, so these are some examples, guys, to use welcome. Apart from using just the word welcome, we can add something else, right? Now, remember, this is the first part that we need to use to create our presentation, okay? Let's move on to our second part, another important thing that we sometimes forget, and it's the name and position. Can you help me reading these examples, Juan?
Okay. Let me just start by introducing myself. My name is, as most of you already know, I am, and I'm in charge of, or responsible for.
Great, Juan. Thank you for reading. As you see over here, we have some expressions that we can use in a presentation to introduce ourselves. Remember the first part, greeting. Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello, hi, welcome. That's the first part, everybody. Something simple, but in some cases we forget. Then, guys, we have the next thing. It's to introduce ourselves. The first phrase or the first example we have, everybody, it's more common when we are talking to people that we don't know. For example, if you go to, I don't know, if you go to a conference, in that case, it's a great idea that you introduce yourself using this expression. Let me just start by introducing myself. Why? Because most of the people, maybe most of the people don't know who you are. In that case, we have to introduce ourselves by using these kind of expressions. Let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Christian Daniel, for example. Then, guys, the second sentence or the second example we have is more common when, for example, you present to your coworkers something related to marketing, something related to I don't know, designs, or something related to accountant. Or if you are an accountant, I'm sorry. So as most of you already know, I am Christian. In this class, I can say in the first class that I was with you in this level, I was able to say, as most of you already know, I am Christian. Why? Because most of you were in the same class with me, okay? Most of you were my students in previous levels. So I could tell you that expression. As most of you already know, I am Christian Daniel, okay? In case I was new for most of you, I was able to say, let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Christian, okay? Remember, the first expression is when people don't know about you. The second expression is when you present to someone or some people that already know who you are. The third expression, guys, that we have in this part, it's more common to talk about our position in the company. For example, I am in charge of teaching English. I am a teacher, so I am in charge of teaching English. Or I am responsible for helping you to learn business English, or to guide you in business English #1, because this is business English 1. Okay, then you have to go you have to move forward to business English 2 and business English 3. And I am not pretty sure if I will continue with you by that time. But at least by now, I am in charge of teaching you business English 1, okay? So we talk about our position in the company. You can tell me I am in charge of accountability. I am in charge of marketing. I am responsible for social media in this company. So it depends on you guys. It depends on the area or the field you work in, okay? Remember the first two expressions, so you introduce yourself, your name. Then, guys, in the third expression, so we have two different, two options. I am in charge of, or I am responsible for. It depends on you guys. At the end, the meaning is the same, right? Okay. Step number 2. Let's go to step number 3, guys. And, well, today we have Marcela Stephanie. Marcela Stephanie, help me out with step or part number 3. Read examples.
Okay. Okay, hello. Try
Hello.
subject. All right, we can begin by looking at. Today, I'd like to speak about what I'd like to talk about is.
Nice. Okay, thank you for reading. As you can see in this part, we have 3 examples of how to start introducing your topic, okay? In some cases, everybody, well, let's go back when we were at school or in high school. When you had to make presentations in front of your classmates and your teacher, sometimes we started our presentations in the same way. Hello, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on the shift you studied. My name is Christian, and today I am going to talk about tarara. Okay, I am going to talk about. And most of the presentations we made or we are making In English, we start in that way. I am going to talk about, I am going to talk about, I will talk about, I am going to talk about. But this is another, these are different options that we can use, everybody, to start introducing our topic. As you can see, this step or this part is title or subject. So it depends, everybody, if you have a specific title. For example, in today's class, everybody, give me a second. In today's class, everybody, I'd like to talk about how to start a good presentation. I would like to speak about how to start a good presentation. So as you see, everybody, we can avoid using the same introductory phrase. I am going to talk about, I am going to talk about, I am going to talk about. We can stop using that phrase and we can start using some other phrases. For example, all right, we can begin by looking at our topic. We can begin by looking at how to make a good presentation. Or today, I would like to speak about steps to make a good presentation or to start a good presentation, because today, well, the whole class is related or it's focused on how to start a good presentation, okay? Or what I would like to talk about is how to start a good presentation. As you can see, we use these phrases to introduce our topic or the subject we will speak about, okay? Instead of using, today I am going to talk about how to start a presentation. Okay, it sounds good, but it could be better, okay? Then we use these expressions, everybody, to give a different introduction to our topic, okay? We start by mentioning the title or the subject of our not class, our presentation, okay? Then we can move, everybody, to our step number 4, and it's to talk about our objective. Remember, when you present, the objective is not talk, talk, and talk, okay? The objective is to share the information, is to let your audience know about a specific topic, to, I don't know, to persuade people in a specific subject, right? Remember, Hitler has his subject to speak about. Oprah has her topic to speak about. And Luther King had his topic or his subject to speak about, okay? They had an objective. Now, what is your objective? Let's check some expressions that we can use to express our objective. Marcela Abigail, help me read in this part.
Okay, teacher. The objective of this presentation is to present. This tag will act as a springboard for discussion. The aim today is to give some background about.
Okay, very good. As you can see, these are 3 expressions that we can use to explain or to mention what is our objective. First of all, one expression that is common, the objective of this presentation is to present what? To present the percentage of people that is living in the streets, or to present the new campaign that we will start or that we will release in the last month of the year. This talk will act as a springboard for discussion. So it means, everybody, that of course after your presentation, people will talk about this, or people will give their opinion, or will ask questions. The important thing is that after your presentation, your objective is that people speak about this, that your audience comment what you present, right? And the last one, everybody, the aim today is to give some background. Aim, everybody, it's a synonym of objective. The aim today is to give some background, some information, some background about a specific topic. So, you know, guys, for example, the aim today is to give some background about how was society in 1960. I don't know, guys. Actually, I don't know how was society by that time. But this is an example of one subject that you can speak about, or something that you will talk about, or information that you will share with your audience, right? Look at these expressions. Remember, right now, we are not moving forward. We are not speaking about our topic yet, okay? But we are about to speak about our topic. In this opportunity, guys, we gotta move to point number 5. Before we read these expressions, everybody, I wanna ask you a question. Do you remember sequencers? Most of you, well, let me see. Most of you had this class with me. It was, if I am not mistaken, this class was in intermediate 1. So, guys, do you remember sequencers? What are the sequencers? Let's see. I will ask
Yes.
Omar. Oh, Juan also remember, but let's see. Omar, do you remember what are the sequencers?
Let me see, teacher. I don't remember, but I I remember. I don't know. I remember the word. It's two maybe. Mm, talk about is on top. Is very high. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm incorrect sequencers.
Okay. Well, thank you for thank you for commenting about sequencers, Omar. Let's pay attention to Juan because he said he remembers. So let's see. Juan, what are sequencers?
Well, the meaning I didn't remember, but they are used to order the ideas.
Nice. Okay. As simple as that, everybody. Read sequencers are words that help us to order information. I don't remember, guys. Well, I don't know if you remember the activity we did with sequencers that we were talking about. Let me look for that picture. We were talking about the red, give me a second. The Red Riding Hood. I don't remember if that's the Little Red Riding Hood. That's the real name of that story. The Little Red Riding Hood, La Caperucita Roja in Spanish. So we were talking, when we were talking about sequencers, we talk about that story, the Little Red Riding Hood. I don't have that picture anymore. I think I deleted. Yeah, I don't know. But the point is that we were talking about a story, everybody. Yes, Omar?
Yes, sorry. I remember that class. Sorry.
Excellent. Great. Don't worry, okay? The important thing, guys, is for you to remember. If you don't remember, don't worry, okay? At the end, we will practice, or we will try to remember some of these adverbs of sequencing, right? Then everybody, we use a story to use the sequencers. So we have what happened at the beginning, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happened at the end. So as you remember, we need to use those sequencers or those adverbs of sequency to order information. That's what we have to do, everybody, in our presentation. To avoid confusing or to avoid mixing information while we are presenting, we use the sequencers. So imagine, I don't know, imagine we are talking about what are the best pets in El Salvador. What are the best pets in El Salvador? Okay, first of all, dogs. You know that dogs are the best pets because they are, well, I consider that they are cute animals and that they learn easily and well most things. Then maybe you can mention cats because cats are independent, so you don't need to take care of them too much because they are independent and they go out and they come back to your house and there is no problem. And then you can start thinking about any other animal. Just one.
And they destroy everything. You forgot to say that.
I forgot what?
You forgot to say that they destroy everything.
About dogs or cats? No,
Cats.
about dogs. Of course, dogs. Cats are not that messy, I think. Okay, they are not that messy, but dogs are. They are, indeed. Okay, but well, I can continue saying information about other animals, for example, parrots, for example, hamsters, and I don't know, another animal, maybe fish, I don't know. But imagine, guys, I am talking about 5 different animals, the top 5. Dogs, cats, hamsters, I mean, parrots, hamsters, and fish. And I start talking about dogs and then cats and then parrots. But when I am giving information about parrots, I go back to dogs. So that's not in order. That's why everybody will use the sequencers to give the information, the first point, the second, the third, the fourth, and the next points that we have. Okay, so that's the point of using the sequencers, that we can organize our idea and we can order step by step what we are going to say. Okay, let's read these examples or these expressions. Please help me out with this, Javier. Read the 4 expressions.
Okay, teacher. I divided, split my talk into 4 main parts. Sections. First, what I want to do is give you some background. Second, third, we will look at move on to. Then next, after that, finally, I will speak about exam.
Thank you, Javier. Well, the first expression, as you can see, everybody, it's to explain or to comment how long our presentation will be. As you can see, I divided or split. Actually, they have the same meaning. Divided and split is the same. Okay, my talk into how many? Into 4 main parts or into 4 main sections? Into 5? If we are talking about the top 5 or of the best pets in El Salvador. Okay, so it depends on you guys how long your presentation will be. If you will speak about 5 different things or 3 or just 3 important things, it depends on you guys. The thing is that we can use this expression to explain how many parts our presentation will have. If you want to speak about the different let me see. My first presentation was about, in English, was about soccer. So I will tell you about this. So you can say about the different soccer categories that exist around the world. That are around. We have beach soccer, 11, soccer 11. I don't remember the other kind of football, the
Soccer
of
Sala.
soccer. Oh, this is indoor soccer, indoor because it's in an indoor place. So indoor soccer. So there are different kind of soccer, right? So I could say I have divided my talk into 7 because I remember that I explained like 7 different sections or different 7 different categories of soccer. So I talk about that. 7, imagine, it was kind of long. I remember I didn't finish because I just have like 5 minutes to explain all of those. But as you can see, you can mention how many sections your presentation will have. It could be 7, but that's too long. It could be just 3 parts, and it's okay. Okay, but it depends on the topic or the subject you are going to talk about. Then, as you see, well, if you don't remember the sequencers, the adverb sequency, I highlight those sequencers or the sequencers we have over here. First, second, third, then, next, after that, and finally, okay? So we have, in this case, 7 options. The 7 options I used on my presentation, on my soccer presentation, okay? But that's another topic, okay? Then we have these expressions. First, what I want to do is give you some background information. This is the introductory, remember that all of this is the introductory part about our subject or our topic. What I want to do is give you some background, some information, some history about the topic I am going to explain. Second, we will look at more information, at some examples. It depends on you. Third, we will move on to what? To more information, to an example, to some phrases that you listen to a great speaker and you want to mention in your presentation. Okay, it depends on you. Or we will move on to a scientific fact. Depending on your presentation, guys, those will be your details about it. And then I will speak about, or I will examine something in specific, right? These are some expressions that we can take into account, everybody, to make our presentation or to start our presentation. Remember that these phrases or these expressions we have in here will help us to order our ideas. In this part, everybody, we are not explaining what is our presentation about. We will just make a quick review, or we will just show in a quick way what will our presentation be. Okay, we just mention the main ideas, but not all the information, right? So you can say, first, what I want to do is give you some background of my thoughts about the best pet in El Salvador. Second, we will look at some percentage of families that have dogs and cats and other animals in their houses. After that, I will examine if that information we look on YouTube or TikTok is true, okay? So it depends on you guys. The kind of information that you will share or the presentation that you will speak about. Before we go, everybody, let me share the final information we have to take into account. Diana, can you help me reading this?
Yes. Take into account use visual aids, or I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah,
How
visual
do you
aids.
say this? Aids, visual aids. Okay. The second one, let the audience know the moment for a question. Be kind and grateful throughout it, and take advantage of your time.
Excellent. Okay. Guys, these are 4 important things we have to take into account. Some of them are in general for your whole presentation, but some of them are, as you know, at when we start our presentation or at the beginning of the presentation for the audience or for you. First of all, guys, this is in general, use visual aids. As you can see, guys, when you have a presentation, well, the main point of having a presentation, guys, is not reading, okay? You can read your presentation, yes. It's okay if you read your presentation. If you read not a big paragraph or a very long paragraph of your explanation, but if you read some details of your presentation, it's great, okay? If you read and explain, the main point is that you can explain. Then, guys, we have this. Let the audience know the moment for questions. This is something, guys, that you can let them know at the beginning of your presentation. At this, when you are starting your presentation, I consider it will be good for you to, give me a second, let me move. Okay. I consider, guys, when you mention your objective or the main parts of your presentation, it will be a good moment to let them know that they can ask questions, or if they have any question during your presentation, they can ask them at the end of the presentation, or they can interrupt you, okay? It depends on you. If you can say, if you have any question, you can interrupt me to ask your question. Or if you think that it will make you get confused or get nervous, you can let them know to ask questions at the end of your presentation, okay? So, well, thank you for coming and listening to my presentation. I will appreciate that you ask your questions at the end of that presentation. Okay, then guys, as I said before, it depends on you guys. If you want the questions in the middle of your presentation, great. If you prefer questions at the end, it's also great. Then guys, the third point, be kind and grateful to the audience. As you know, in some cases, guys, they are taking their time to go and watch your presentation. If you're having, for example, a presentation in a conference or in a tech talk, who knows, they are taking the time to go and see your presentation, listen to what you want to say or what you prepare for them. So be kind and grateful. It shows that you really appreciate that they are listening to you, or they are paying attention to what you are sharing. If you are at work, it's also good to let your coworkers and your boss know that you feel happy that they are listening to you, that they took the time for listening to you. And the last thing, everybody, is take advantage of your time. Try to mention essential information. You know, in some cases, you have specific time. In our case, everybody, as I told you, we will present a topic that you want to speak about. But the thing is that we will have around 3-4 minutes to speak about it. So let's take advantage of your time. Don't start saying things that are not essential or mentioning things that are not important. In this case, guys, take advantage of your time and go straight to your point. Of course, we have to follow step by step the parts that we studied today, but try to take into account the time you have to speak about this topic and to do your best, everybody, mentioning just essential information that are part of your presentation, okay? Instead of mentioning stories that in this case, or in some cases, are not that important for to understand your topic, right? Well, guys, this is the first part that we have to take into account at the moment of starting a presentation. So I hope everybody, you can take all of these points into account to create your presentation and to do an amazing job. Okay, just before we go, because it's time, everybody, I would like to know if you have any question about this.
No, teacher, for me, just could you send the three last class to the WhatsApp group, please?
Okay, I will. I'm really sorry I forgot to send you the classes, but I will do it. Okay. Thank you for
Okay,
thank
thank
you
you.
for telling me. Okay, Omar. Well, guys,
Okay, thank you.
if there are no questions, I just want to invite you to keep working on your homework. As you know, everybody, we have to continue with unit number 2 in this level. So please try to complete 2 or 3 activities from this unit. And then everybody, we can continue working on it tomorrow, okay? Thank you for being here, everybody. It was a pleasure to listening to you reading and commenting about some information from our class. I hope to see you tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night, teacher. Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.